What's up, everybody, and welcome to episode 4 of the Hella Average Gamecast. I'm your co-host Cam alongside Carmen. What's going on, buddy?
What's cracking, baby? How's it going?
Oh, same old same. And today we got a special guest with us, our resident video game historian and Nintendo fanboy, Jeremy. What's going on, Jeremy?
What's up? Former Nintendo fanboy, current Sony fanboy.
Okay, all right.
Nice. I can get behind that. You must be pretty stoked about some of the upcoming news with Nintendo.
Oh, you know it.
We got some juicy stuff today. It's still been kind of a slow week, but we got some bombshells dropped.
Yeah, some big things have come out from a few different areas, so I'm excited to jump into some of these topics.
Y'all been playing anything this week?
Rocket League.
Rocket League. So much Rocket League.
I can't get off it. I want to play Overwatch, but I just stay on Rocket League. I just started dabbling in Rumble, and I've been having a good time with that.
Oh, the game mode Rumble. Okay.
Yeah, Rumble.
Yeah, I haven't messed with Rumble too much. I haven't been on Rocket League, so. What you into, Jeremy?
I'm playing Kingdom Hearts Final Mix 2 right now on PS4.
Classic.
No, that's all the games, right?
It's 5 of them. First game, second game, Recode, Chain Memories, and Birth by Sleep. I only ever played the first 2 and Birth by Sleep on PSP.
I was about to say, some of those are PSP games, aren't they?
Just the Birth by Sleep. Other 3 were PS2. I don't know where Recode was. I never heard of that one.
I think it came from the DS. If I'm not 100%, but I think it came from the DS.
Huh? No, I never played. I've never heard of it, so I'm not sure. Besides the first 2, I never played them. How's it hold up? Is it holding up pretty good?
It's holding up damn good. The 60 FPS, constant.
Really?
Graphics they're upscale PS2, so it's what you can get.
Yeah.
But you can definitely tell it's an improvement.
The game was ahead of its time when it came out anyway, so it should look great still.
Yeah,
when I first played those games, I was skeptic. It meshes so well.
Yeah, when I got hooked, I didn't even think about it that way. I was looking at it as Disney with violence.
It was either Disney with violence or Final Fantasy kidified.
Yeah, I haven't played it since since they first came out, and I was younger. But I remember loving just jumping into those worlds and seeing it from that point of view.
Oh yeah, especially when I found I could go into Nightmare Before Christmas.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
That was so fun.
Jack is one of my favorite characters of all time, to be honest with you.
Oh man, I wish I got kept in my party outside of Halloween Town.
Yeah, that always bugged me that you couldn't carry some of these monster characters with you.
Seriously.
Like the Beast, Jack, even Aladdin was crazy good to have, and you always felt so left out when you left.
Maybe in the new one, they'll start bringing that in. If we ever
we'll see that in 20 years
from now. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll find out in 2082 when it releases alongside Final Fantasy VII Remake Chapter 1.
Yeah. Because Square's biting off a lot of stuff, aren't they?
I love them. They're my favorite video game company of all time, but my God, do they take forever.
Yeah, they don't get in a hurry, that's for sure.
Final Fantasy 15 took 15 years.
Wow,
yeah,
I thought
the products
it was about a
are
decade.
good.
I didn't know it was that long.
Oh, it was announced back when Final Fantasy 13 came out. I mean, it was announced. It was supposed to be a side story.
Wow.
I think that was back in 2008. Just came out last year.
Yeah, they cooked them for a while, but they haven't dropped the ball too many times.
My biggest Final Fantasy memory would be Final Fantasy X on the PS2. It's one of the first games I played on the PS2.
Oh, it's my second favorite in the series.
Yeah, and I would say about a year, maybe a year and a half ago, I went back and started playing Final Fantasy. Made it to Final Fantasy 2 and forgot how shitty that game was. And then
you told me you were playing the first 2, and the first one was pretty good if I remember correctly. Yeah, 2 is definitely shit.
Yeah, it's like somebody's.
It's the only one I've never finished, and I just don't care if I ever do.
Yeah, that's terrible. I don't like that kind of mechanic. I don't like the mechanic of, the more you use your magic, the more your magic levels up. I just like to get a level up and a stat increase across the board and call it a day.
Because you ain't about that grind, boy.
I am about the grind, but that's not a grind to me. I don't want to keep busting my ass just to get one thing leveled up.
Yeah, it was a novel idea, but it was poorly implemented. It should have done like a Dark Souls style system where you level up and you get skill points and you can add them to whatever stat you want.
Yeah, and Skyrim kind of did that too. With their, if you use one-handed, you got one-handed up, and they did it the right way. I don't think that the old school way worked very well.
Well, you also got to keep in mind, this came out in like 1990.
Yeah, a long time ago.
Many moons in between these things to make comparisons with. We're talking apples and oranges at this point.
No, I'm talking about the system itself. I'm talking like you can see it got improved upon now, but back then it was a slog to get through.
Yeah, it was tough.
Yeah, I'm definitely, Jeremy. When I know I told you off air, but when you get done, I'm gonna jack that from you. I'm gonna play it. I haven't played
Kingdom Hearts
1 or 2 since they released, so I'm in for a good surprise.
You definitely are.
You will be pleasantly surprised. They hold up so damn well.
Where did you just get done with?
Just finished Mulan. Yeah, so I just started Beauty and the Beast.
Did they make a man out of you?
Oh, I bet he did get made a man.
I made a man out of her.
Oh, we're getting a little risque on the Hell Average Gamecast.
Episode 4 After Dark, baby.
No, Beauty and the Beast is one of my favorite Disney movies. So,
Beast is a beast.
That's right.
Yes, and Belle is a Belle.
So, what news have you stumbled upon, Cam? What have you been reading up on?
So, we'll save the big one for last. But I think we should rehash something from last week. How's Sega Forever going?
I've thoroughly enjoyed the 2 games that I've played. I installed Sonic and I installed Kid Chameleon, and I've been playing with the on-screen controls, and they work. And they're accurate, and they don't feel clunky, and my fingers aren't in the way, and I can see what's going on, and the games play really smooth.
Now, I've seen other articles and this and that, but is there any kind of lag time in between your input and the game?
I haven't noticed it. I mean, I played 1 level of Sonic and I played 1 level of Kid Chameleon both before I went to bed. And I thought the controls reacted pretty well. I mean, they're probably going to be a little slow from the touchscreen, but...
Now, Jeremy, did you play some of these games on the original console?
I still have them on my original console.
Okay. When's the last time you went back and played them?
Well, I played Sonic 2 on my phone a couple times, and using the virtual controls, they're not bad, but you just can't get quite the same response from actually pushing buttons versus tapping buttons.
Right.
But probably the last time I played these games was on the Sonic Sega Genesis collection on PS3.
Okay.
Yeah, which had about 60 games, which is, I think, what they're going to release on the Sega Forever program.
Well, I personally haven't played them since I was a kid, and when a lot of these games came out, I was very young. We talked about it last week. I really do plan on getting them if they remaster them for I'm sure they'll put them back on the PS4 because they did the Sega collection on the PS3. So I would see them put it back on the PS4, right?
I don't know. I haven't seen anything yet. I mean, there's definitely Sega games on the PS4, but it's mostly the newer stuff. I haven't seen any classic releases on there yet. I don't even know if there's any on the Nintendo Virtual Store or not.
Well, I'm definitely going to download the Sega Forever just to try it out.
How are the... did you download the free version, Carmen, or...
Yeah, the ads play at the beginning and then between stages.
That's what I thought it would.
Yeah, I thought that they could plug them almost anywhere, so, after a checkpoint, that would have been really annoying, but, it would have drew the money out of people's pockets, because you wouldn't want to keep seeing that if you really wanted to dive deep into Sonic.
Now, have you, died in Sonic 1 yet? Because I was wondering if, there was an ad every time you die.
Oh, no, I haven't died yet.
Yeah, that might be worth trying to see if they do that.
Yeah.
I don't handle that, though. I mean, unless you're
Cam.
absolutely terrible at the game, I mean, every time I die, I can handle seeing an ad.
Yeah, they don't bother me. I'm used to advertisements being riddled on YouTube at this point, so.
Even still, though, $2 a game is not bad at all.
No and the ports are good.
If they can get Sonic 3 and Knuckles, I'll definitely pay $2 for that game.
Well, from what I've heard and from what I understand, and I could be misunderstanding, but what I think is they're trying to bring their entire library over.
I mean, that'd be fantastic. I love the Phantasy Star and Shining Force RPGs on there.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're bringing all big titles.
Obviously, Phantasy Star is one of the biggest RPGs because of Phantasy Star Online. It's one of the most well-known.
Well, the originals are just classic turn-based RPGs. It's nothing like the online games.
Well, it wasn't the Phantasy Star Online based off the original Phantasy Star games?
Based off the mythology, but
Right,
not the
yeah.
gameplay.
Well, I think that's what brought... Well, I could be wrong because, like I said, I was probably 2 or 3 when these games came out, but I think that Phantasy Star Online brought it into a new light, brought it to a new crowd. At least the mythos.
Yeah, they only made 4 Phantasy Star games on the Sega Genesis, and they didn't make anything else until Phantasy Star Online on the Dreamcast.
Right, okay.
Online RPG. But it was one of the biggest titles on the Dreamcast.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, I think they're bringing a bunch. I think they start out with 5. So you only tried 2 out of the 5, right, Connor?
Yeah, I only tried 2 out of the 5, and I'm probably going to download some of the other ones. I have a couple long flights coming up, so if I'm going to play on my phone, I might as well play something worthwhile.
Well, you might as well go out tomorrow and pick up a Switch and just play it on the plane, right?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
You're fired.
But so... I had my biggest gripe with the virtual controller, and you're telling me that it's okay. It's pretty good. And
yeah, give it a try.
I'll give it a try because I want to form my own opinion with it. But I have seen some articles, and they're not very becoming of this new.
See,
program.
and it may be that because I have the iPhone 7 Plus, the phone is big,
right?
So it doesn't take up much room, and I have small hands. So
I still got the 5. I got the 5S, and I've got humongous hands.
Yeah, so you might have some problems.
Yeah.
So I'm covered. I got small hands and Android S6, so...
Yeah, you're good.
There you go. Yeah, you'll be good, Jeremy. I'm excited. I'll hopefully by next week I'll have at least Sonic downloaded. That's one of my big favorites, and I'll give it a shot and give my thoughts on it. And I think Jeremy said he wouldn't mind trying it out.
Oh, I definitely plan to. I didn't know it was out.
Yeah, the day that they announced it, games started dropping that evening.
I might download after this podcast. Give it a shot.
There you go.
Let us know what you think, man.
Oh, definitely.
But yeah, that was a big deal, and like we were saying, it's been kind of a slow week, and I guess we could talk about the big news next if you want to. Dun dun dun.
You want to jump into the SNES Classic, or you want to talk about some of the things that the Xbox One X is bringing to the table?
We've been ragging Xbox One X for the past 2 weeks. Do we really want to keep ragging on them?
I mean, if we want to beat it up some more.
Might as well.
The only smart thing that they're doing is that 4K assets are only going to Xbox One X owners. So huge downloads will only be required by the people who need them.
Well, that's good. I mean, you don't want them to be forced to download them if they can't even use them.
Apparently, Forza comes in at like 100 gigs.
Holy.
Well, I wouldn't be surprised because Forza's the only game I think that's developed in true 4K at this point.
They're giving flexibility to developers at this point.
Well, that's been happening. I mean, it started with the Pro, and like the developers had this flexibility, but very few games are actually developed in 4K. I mean, usually they up-res or checkerboard to get that 4K.
But like we said last week, they beat Forza into the ground, and it's just another thing for Forza. So I don't have too much to say on Xbox, but
Jeremy, you want to chime in? I know that you're really iffy on the Xbox front.
Well, I'm not an Xbox fan at all, but I think Microsoft's been going in the right direction ever since they corrected the course they were on with the Xbox One release, and I've been giving them a lot of praise lately, just trying to appeal more to the gamers. Offering good games with gold and so forth. Their Xbox One Pro controller was a stroke of brilliance, in my opinion. I'm still waiting for a PS4 version of that. But, man, that Xbox One X was just disappointing to me as well.
Yeah, it was underwhelming, right?
Exactly. It's not bad, but it's like I'm basically paying $100 more for an Xbox Pro, versus a PS Pro.
Yep. Yeah. The difference there is terrible.
If you don't have a 4K TV, what's the point? Which a lot of people don't have. It's going to be a very niche market.
It is. So 4K is up and coming. It's here. But, if you really think about it, what's in 4K? Like 8 shows on Netflix, maybe?
Yeah.
A few shows on Hulu, and then
nobody's broadcasting it regularly.
Yeah. I mean, so it's coming. It's definitely the next thing. But you can buy a 50-inch, 55-inch, 1080p TV now for like $400. I mean, it's almost nothing.
I don't know if 4K is the next thing or not. Remember 3D?
Well, yeah.
I mean, it could be, but it feels like a half step to me.
Maybe. I feel like 4K has a little bit more traction than the 3D did.
I could get more behind 4K than 3D. 3D, that was just a gimmick.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm not wearing goggles and glasses to watch a movie. 4K is just, brighter colors and so forth, which is fine, but not worth going out and buying a whole brand new TV. And I still got, a nice 56-inch 1080p HD TV on my wall.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, eventually, if 4K keeps going to be the trend, if it stays that way, in let's say 4 years, 5 years, you'll be able to buy a 4K TV for next to nothing.
Oh, yeah. My first HD TV was a little 32-inch Target brand TV. That was $600.
Yeah, absolutely. And the technology comes around.
My big name brand TV on my wall cost about $400.
Yeah, that's what it is. But then you gotta also think maybe like some of these consoles and these developers are missing the mark because they're like, oh, true 4K checkerboard and this and that, the strongest console in the world, whatever it may be. Maybe what 20% of people on a 4K. That's just pulled out the top of my head, but let's say that for the sake of argument, 20% of people have a 4K TV. That's what your market is? What about everybody else?
Yeah, well, for everyone else, they have the Xbox One.
Yeah, absolutely, or PlayStation, whatever it is, whatever you're.
Yeah, or PlayStation 4 Slim. I still got my regular PS4.
Right. Yeah, I would have had it too if I didn't upgrade to the Pro.
I mean, if I was buying a PlayStation or an Xbox for the first time, I'd probably shell out for the Pro, even if you don't have the 4K TV, like just the resolution.
Yeah, people just get behind the hype of it anyways. Like, this is the best of the best. You gotta think, though, even a PS4 Pro on a non-4K TV is stronger than your standard.
Absolutely, yeah. And with the HDR,
it's going to process better. It's going to go through frames better. You're not going to have any of the issues that you run into.
I think another problem with the Xbox One X is not only is it more expensive than an Xbox One S or a PlayStation 4, there's a lot of bundles out there for the regular systems.
Yeah, those are appealing.
I can get a PS4 with Ratchet and Clank and the new Crash Bandicoot Insane trilogy for about $200 less than Xbox One X, which comes with nothing but just the console.
Yeah, and a lot of people like that. And, around the holiday, hopefully you would assume around the holiday these companies will start launching their big bundles. So maybe you get a PlayStation Pro bundle with, whatever game, maybe the Uncharted 4 or something like that. And then maybe you get, the Xbox One X will be out by then. Maybe they'll just throw a bundle in for Christmas and call it.
I doubt they're going to bundle it for Christmas.
I would think that too, but if they're going to come, if they're going to launch right at Christmas, that could be an opportunity for sales. Like, here's the new console, Xbox One X, and then let's say here's Gears of War with, that's been optimized for the Xbox One X or something like that.
Even if it's just an old Xbox One game, like a Master Chief Collection or something, or Halo 5.
Yeah, and Nintendo, you almost know Nintendo will do some kind of bundle this holiday.
Of course.
Whatever they'll do, they'll probably do. I would assume it would be like a Splatoon 2 or something like that. Maybe Mario Kart.
That'd be a great bundle. Or just do a Zelda bundle. Or hell, if they really want to kill it, do a Mario Odyssey bundle.
Yeah, the Mario Odyssey bundle would probably be a good way to go.
You think they're hard to find now?
Playing off that, I just read an article today, and I forget where it was. I want to say it was Polygon, but I can't recall. But they were saying how Reggie, the president of Nintendo America, was saying that the stuff we saw at E3 was just the tip of the iceberg, that we need to expect more titles coming for Nintendo this year. And I'm lapping that up. Like, yeah, give it to me. Like, Nintendo is doing their thing right now. I just need them to deliver on it.
Yeah, they've hit the ground running hard. It took them a while to get traction on this console, but it's there, and I think they're doing big things.
I'm much more skeptical with Nintendo. I mean, don't get me wrong, they are doing right with the Switch. They're doing the exact opposite of what they're doing with the Wii U.
I mean, I ragged them hard, man. I went in on them every day. Me and Cam talked. If the Switch came up, I was going off nonstop. So I was in your shoes.
Don't get me wrong, Zelda looks good. ARMS looks good. Mario looks good. Of course, Mario Kart. But I right now, I'm still just seeing another Wii U with excellent first-party titles and almost no third-party support. I mean, they keep touting third-party, but I'm not seeing it yet, except for a bunch of indie titles.
You got Skyrim. Skyrim's coming. That's going to be their big one.
Who hasn't played Skyrim by now on every system known to man?
Yeah, but they've never been able to take Skyrim on the go, and that's the appeal. That's the appeal. It's taking Skyrim.
Yeah, that is a good selling point. But Jeremy has a point. Who hasn't played Skyrim? If you've been in gaming for any amount of time in the past 5 years, if you haven't played Skyrim, then I want to question your sanity.
I hated Skyrim, and I played Skyrim. I bought it. I think everyone at this point has played it. I mean, obviously the super fans are going to buy it. I mean, I'm sure if Cam gets a Switch, he'll have Skyrim on it day one.
Yeah, absolutely. I have owned this console, or owned this game on 3 different consoles now. No, excuse me, 2 consoles in 3 different ways. The original, the remaster, and then a remaster on the PS4. So
you're a lightweight fanboy.
I know. I haven't got it 29 times on 8 different consoles.
I bought my favorite game on pretty much every console there is, Final Fantasy VI. SNES, PlayStation 1, Game Boy Advance, phone. I mean, if they could have that PSP, Vita, hell, if they had it on the Virtual Boy, I'd buy it.
Did you get it on that Fisher Price?
On the Fisher Price?
Yeah.
The Speak and Spell?
Yeah. I didn't know if you know about that. That's one of the lesser-known underground titles.
I got it on the Apple Pippin, the Philips CDI.
Oh, man.
The Nokia N-Gage.
I can't get into a console war with you because every console's ever been made, ever. So about I don't know if anybody's kept up with it, but Sony did confirm that there will be a PS5.
Is it going to be the last one?
Did they say that? I didn't read the entire article, but I just saw they said they're going to definitely be one.
I thought the talks were always that the PS5 was the last console.
It may be. I mean, it's a lot of people think that consoles are moving towards the way of dinosaurs too. So,
well, if that's their last console, that's going to be the end of Sony. That's the only thing that's making them any money is their gaming division.
Yeah, you're right.
See, but I don't know if it's just that they're not going to get out of gaming, but is it going to be the last PlayStation?
I don't think so.
No, then
they're leading the pack right now. The PS4 is just smoshing all the competition. The Switch is doing damn good, but I think that's just the new factor. The PS4 is just crushing it.
Yeah, but we've talked about this, and it's that they're getting cocky.
Oh, definitely. I do not like a lot of the stuff they're doing lately.
Yeah, they're definitely saying some stuff that's just making them look like douchebags. When you got your PR people and some of your execs saying, who cares about bringing your old titles to it? These games look like shit, so you don't want to play them. We know you don't want to play them. It's all
except
about
we're all asking for them.
Yeah.
How does that man still have a job?
And like he said that the stats show that less than whatever it was X amount % of people, not a lot of people play these old games, these classics, and
I'm sure he polled everyone at his office there.
So yeah, I hope that was just an error in judgment. They bring some of these old games.
I mean, they used to have the PS1 classics on the PS3 and the Vita, and I bought any old games I used to love. I bought all the Final Fantasies. I bought a bunch of RPGs, some platformers like Tomba, and some of them do hold up really well. I mean, yeah, some are ugly. It is PS1 classics, but they're still fun as hell to play.
Yeah, it's only a matter of time until they come around and see the light.
And do it the way that Xbox is doing it. Microsoft knows what they're doing with bringing these old games, with this crossplay stuff.
I mean, Nintendo, obviously they have their Nintendo Classics. Xbox is going for backwards compatibility. I guarantee if you release PS1 Classics on the PS4, people are going to buy the hell out of Metal Gear Solid, Twisted Metal, Final Fantasy VII, the big names. They buy the Spyro games, the Crash games.
Oh, yeah. I've been hollering for a new Twisted Metal forever, and they did a decent, I think it's a decent game on the PS3, but I want a new one. I want a remastered, bring them back. That's a great franchise to bring back.
Yeah, you could bring those back as a solid trilogy and be killing the game.
Yeah, there's nothing like Twisted Metal anywhere. Like we have, as far as I know, does Sony own the rights to that game?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They made the game.
There's no game like it anywhere.
I was just talking about that. the other day.
Sweet Tooth is a Sony figurehead.
Yeah.
And they don't use it.
I mean, the last time they used him was in PlayStation All-Stars.
Yeah, they did bring him in All-Stars. That's right.
Which I honestly think was a truly underrated game.
I enjoyed it.
Well, they put Sweet Tooth in Rocket League as well, so he's made another appearance.
Yeah, they still got him in mind, but this would be a great time. They're remaking Shadow of the Colossus, remake Twisted Metal, or Twisted Metal Black.
Speaking of that real quick, I heard that the Shadow of Colossus that got released originally had a little bit of missing stuff to it, and in this remake, they're going to add that stuff to it, so it's going to be a little bit of a different game.
Oh, that's what I heard too. Yeah, there were a few Colossuses they left out.
Yeah, I think, what was there in the original one? 14?
16.
16 in the original.
Yeah.
And I think there's going to be a few more now, so that's pretty cool.
Hey, that's just more fun right there.
Yeah, like I said last week, I missed it, so I'm excited to play it again.
Oh, it's one of my favorite games of all time. It's phenomenal, and I'm so hyped because when I first heard this, I thought it was just they were just upscaling the PS3 HD release. No, it's a full-on remake. I lost it at that point.
That's awesome.
There's no way I can't buy it. I can't not buy it.
I'll throw my money at it. Take all my money.
Between that and Spider-Man, God, they can't take my money fast enough.
That's why I'm on the Sony bandwagon, to say what you want to say. But that's a good bandwagon to be on.
May not be able to cross-play them with Xbox people, but at least I'll be able to play them.
Hey, we still got the heat.
We do.
So, we're good.
Let's switch it up real quick. Let's give it a big talk, because I know everybody's waiting to hear about it. The SNES Mini has been confirmed. It is coming, and it is not just coming, it is coming hard.
Yeah, the games that they have on this is killer. This lineup crushes the NES Classic.
Absolutely.
By a wide margin. Holy crap.
Looking at the list, we got Contra 3, Donkey Kong Country,
Woo!
Earthbound.
Oh, I've never played that and always wanted to.
I watched speedruns of it, and the game looks so fun.
Just didn't want to spend $200 on an SNES card.
Yeah.
Oh.
Final Fantasy 3.
Yes, sir.
My favorite game of all time. That's worth buying right there for it.
F-Zero.
I'm not
Kirby
a fan of
Superstar.
F-Zero.
No?
But I know that that's one of the biggest games on the SNES.
It's a fun little racer. I downloaded it on my 3DS. It's still fun as hell.
The Kirby Superstar, Kirby's Dream Course.
I'm not a Kirby fan,
games.
but I love the Kirby franchise.
I like the character.
Yeah.
I like how quirky it is and the things that he can do, and then I enjoyed him in Smash. Exactly.
Have either of you played or seen Dream Course?
No, I haven't.
It's Kirby Golf.
Really?
But it's amazingly fun.
Okay.
It's like playing putt-putt with Kirby, but there's enemies on the course, and if you hit them, you get their powers.
That's amazing. That sounds
You
awesome.
trying to catch this fade, Cam? You
Yeah,
trying to
let's
catch
go,
this
dog.
fade in some Kirby's Dream Course?
Can I get one mulligan? One mulligan. That's all I need, just in case
I'll give you 2.
All right, that's all we need. If I mess up, I get 2 mulligans. You heard it, America. You heard it.
We get The
2
Legend
mulligans.
of Zelda, A Link to the Past, the
Beautiful.
first Zelda game I ever played.
Beautiful.
That's my second.
My favorite game of all time on the SNES, Mega Man X, instant classic.
So you might shoot me and you might fire me from this podcast, but I've never played Mega Man X.
You like Mega Man?
See,
I
but
do
you're
like
more
some
of
Mega Man.
a classic Mega Man.
I did. I've played through the entirety of the Mega Man collection, and God,
Mega Man X is just so crispy, man.
is that when they introduced Zero?
Yes.
Okay, that's why.
I mean, he's no longer just jump and shoot, man. He's jump and shoot and dash and charge and
Beautiful.
headbutt and just good
It's
game.
just, yeah, it plays phenomenal.
Yes.
Secret of Mana.
Oh,
I know Jeremy's
fantastic.
excited about that. I missed that one, but I know it's one of the
I'm not
better
sure what it
RPGs.
is. So,
It's a
Jeremy,
RPG.
can you give me some insight?
It's a top-down action RPG made by Square. I mean, it's
Is it turn-based or is it like hack and slash?
No.
Is it action?
No, it's actually you move around, you physically attack. You have 3 party members that are controlled by the computer, or you could have up to 2 other people playing with you.
Oh, wow.
You cast magic. You have 8 different weapons you can use. It's got a phenomenal soundtrack and art design. It was one of the first RPGs I ever played, actually, after I started getting into the genre.
Wow.
I still love it to this day.
Well, I'm definitely going to dive into that.
Oh, it's phenomenal.
Yeah, I know you were excited about that one, Jeremy. So I haven't played it, so I'm gonna jump into that one too.
I'm going to hop over the next 2 because these 2 bring the biggest news for the SNES Classic. We got Street Fighter 2 Turbo, Hyper Fighting.
Hey, I'm a big Street Fighter fan. I will rock some Street Fighter all day.
I can't believe they didn't bring in Super Street Fighter 2 Alpha Mega Mix Super Hypo Turbo Champion Edition with Fries Edition.
×2 Xrd plus 4 Ken Ryu to the Ultimate Max Edition. You forgot about that one.
Plus DLC in the future.
Absolutely. $9.99 for every DLC, one character per.
No story mode included.
Go ahead, Carl.
We get Super Castlevania 4.
Never played it, but I'm a Castlevania fan.
Oh, that's a great one.
They're classic. I mean, game is just really, they're perfect.
First Castlevania where you can control your jump.
That's cool. That's a big thing. Big deal. Big deal in platform type games.
Super Ghouls and Ghosts. Another fun game.
Jeremy, if I'm not mistaken, isn't this a terribly hard game?
Yeah, I let you play it on my 3DS.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Died 3 times and said, fuck this game.
That's what I thought. I thought that was the same game. Yeah, this game is insanely hard.
It is fun, but it will make you want to kill yourself.
Oh, yeah. It drives you crazy. I mean, you get transformed all these different times. And
not only that, once you beat the game, you have to beat it again in the same sitting just to get the actual ending to the game.
Terrible.
It bends you over the barrel and it takes you.
We're getting Super Mario Kart.
Yep. Classic staple.
I'm so down with that. I can make a drinking game out of that anytime.
Super Mario RPG, Legend of the Seven Stars.
That is what I'm excited for. That out of all these, except for one, I'm so excited for this Mario RPG.
Have you ever played that one?
I know, so I've heard about it on various podcasts I've listened to, and people talk it up, and I'm so excited for it.
I have the original cart. I've played through it many times. My only complaint is it's too short.
Wow. Yeah, I've heard so many good things. I'm excited for that. That might be the first one I play.
I'm actually kind of surprised to see it on there because there was some kind of tiff between Square and Nintendo over it. They didn't even re-release it on the Virtual Console, if I remember correctly. So this being included on there, like Earthbound, is just earth-shattering.
Yeah, I'm glad they worked it out because I didn't get to play it either as a kid, so I'm looking forward to that.
Especially since I have a new love for the RPGs, yeah.
Super Mario World.
Do you like Mario? Play
Instant classic. Like, what can we say about it that hasn't already been said?
Yeah.
Seriously.
Super Metroid, another classic game. I'm looking forward to that.
One of my top 10.
One of my favorites.
Can't go wrong with Super Punch-Out.
So, Punch-Out pissed me off a lot back in the day.
Really?
Yeah, I was a fan. It's one of the ones that I didn't own it, but I think a member of my family owned it, and I would go. I think it was my cousin. I'd go play it with him, but man, it pissed me off. I was never that good at it.
See, I was phenomenal at it. I had Mike Tyson's Punch-Out, and I could easily make it to Tyson. I could never beat him,
right?
But I could just wreck every one of these fools in the way. Tried playing it recently, and my God, I lost that edge. You don't realize how bad your reflexes go down after you hit 30.
It's age. I'm telling you, it's age. The older you get, the worse your Twitch skills get. Yeah.
I'm sitting there getting the shit kicked out of me by Piston Honda.
Scrub.
Oh my God! It took me several tries to beat the major circuit.
Wow.
Although I've almost gotten Bald Bull's charge down pat.
No, I haven't gone back to it, so I might be just as bad as you are. So
if you couldn't do it as a kid, you might have trouble beating Glass Joe there.
Yeah, I might have some trouble. I might have some trouble with I might just have trouble putting the cartridge in the slot and getting the game to turn on.
So now on to the big boys.
So Jeremy should head this one because I know he knows about it. So go ahead and hit him with the big one, Carmen.
We're getting Star Fox and an unreleased version of Star Fox 2.
Jeremy, tell us about it. Star Fox 2. What's the deal with that?
Dude, Star Fox 2 is completely out of left field from Nintendo. Star Fox was a huge success back in the day. They started making Star Fox 2. I remember seeing it in Nintendo Power Magazine, and it looked amazing. Not only were the graphics improved, the gameplay was improved. The original, it was just, a flight simulator. You go from point A to point B. The second one introduced dogfights, where you go in full 3D. You could command your squad mates and team members. It's what Star Fox 64 actually ended up copying over. And in fact, the entire game was done. Completely done, ready to be released, and Nintendo shit-canned it. Because apparently, the N64 came out, and they didn't want a big sequel to come out on an old system and detract from their new system. So instead of releasing it and making money, they just threw it in the garbage.
It would have sold like crazy, but I can understand their logic.
But man, it was done. You already had all that money. It would have sold so damn well.
It just wasn't in the time where you could easily port it over. So,
well, you wouldn't have to port over the 64. You just released it on the Super Nintendo. People had the Super Nintendo.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, been good.
I mean, it's been re-released through ROM hacks and so forth over the years. But the fact that Nintendo is officially releasing this on the system speaks volumes.
Hey, you got to earn it though. You got to beat that first level.
Got to beat that first level. That is not an accomplishment that is easily won. I mean, that's like jumping over the first Goomba in Mario Brothers 1.
Good luck.
I know. Only not for the faint of heart.
Yeah, but Nintendo's doing some big things though with this. They're gonna increase the length of the controller.
5 feet towards.
So that's about 2 feet more than what they gave you with the NES Classic. You're going to get 2 controllers, HDMI cable, and a charging cable. So,
and it's only what the first was
80.
60, the second or the NES was 60, right? And
yes.
then so the SNES is 80. So
yeah, and
it's not bad at all.
This is worth every bit of $80 and
now
some.
Listen, here's the thing: make sure when you're listening to this, Hags, just pre-order it as fast as you can because it's going to be pulled out. Like scalpers are going to rip this off as fast as they can.
I've already gone to Amazon and I've had them to email me as soon as it becomes available.
Me too. It's available in Australia now. It's not available here yet.
I looked on a UK website. They're not taking any more pre-orders, unfortunately.
That's what I'm telling you. So you've got to keep up, and as soon as it hits, you've got to get this pre-order.
Oh, I'm camping out.
I even heard the UK version has different games on it.
It does. It has a few. I don't think it's a whole different list, but it's a few different games.
No, it's just a couple. I think it was Fire Emblem and one other game.
Yeah.
I was more than willing to get that one, too. But
the Japanese Famicom is coming out. The Super Famicom is coming out, and it's got a couple of different games too.
And it looks so good.
Yeah, it does look really cool. If it wasn't for the language barrier, which I think it's gonna be, there's no way to change it. I'm pretty sure I would be just by that one.
Unfortunately, with a lot of these RPGs, you're gonna need to be able to speak the language. I mean, I could easily muster my way through Final Fantasy VI. I played it so damn much, but I'm still missing out on the story.
I mean, I could play, I don't know, Street Fighter or something in Japan.
Oh, yeah, you can do Street Fighter and Mario and Zelda, but...
Yeah, if you want the story, you gotta be up with the language.
Or at least learn you some kanji.
But yeah, I mean, that's the big hit, and I'm so excited. Like, so when I saw the NES drop, the NES Classic, I was really excited. I was like, this is cool. And then when it became the hit that it became, I was almost surprised a little bit, like, wow, you can't find this anywhere. And
I wasn't surprised at all that it sold out so damn quickly.
Well, what I was surprised about how Nintendo did this. Like they used this to drum up press for the Switch.
They did.
So what are they going to do this time? Are they going to actually give us enough runs? Are they going to produce enough? Are we going to have enough? I doubt it, but I hope it's better. I don't want to.
They're increasing the production, so we'll see.
So.
I'm camping out.
I got to get it. I like this is the one I feel like I have to get.
They're going to increase production from 10 units to 12 units this time.
There you go. Let me ask you a question, guys. Is the N64 happening?
N64 Mini?
Yeah.
Almost undoubtedly.
Oh, I will get it in a heartbeat.
It's one of those where if I could find it, I'd pick one up, but I'm not going to camp outside for it.
I think they have to wait.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think they can launch it into the next holiday. Like, they can't launch it next holiday season.
I don't know. They got this SNES out pretty damn quick.
They did do it pretty fast. I wonder if they, you know how they stopped production on the NES so rapidly? I wonder if they kicked up the SNES as soon as they stopped that production.
I really hope they don't do that with the SNES. Just make enough of the damn thing so we can buy them.
You've got consumers want it. Like Nintendo's doing so many things right. Just keep it up.
Don't screw us over again.
Yeah, please don't, because we're clamoring for it. People want this more than they want their new console. People want this more than they want the Switch.
Facts.
Other than that, we got a couple new releases that we're going to throw out there. If you want to check out more, go to hellaverage.com and check out the new releases for this week. But we'll
HellaAverageGaming.com.
Sorry, my bad. HellaAverageGaming.com and check the news. Some of the big ones coming out this week are the Call of Duty Modern Warfare Remaster Standalone Edition. So you don't have to buy 2 games at one time just to play one.
And how much are they charging for that, I wonder?
I did not look. I would assume it's probably either a $40 game or a full price game. That's what I'm going to go with.
Yeah, knowing Activision, it's full price. Shouldn't be more than $20, but it'll be full price.
Yes.
DLC not included.
Other than that, we've got the new Valkyria. What is it? Valkyria Revolution?
Man, and I was looking forward to that game. Too bad it just sucked.
Yeah, it got some bad reviews. I'm sad about that because I'm not a Valkyria fan, but I know it's a big game.
It's Valkyria in name only.
Okay.
It's basically if XCOM went from being a strategy RPG to a first-person shooter.
Okay, so it changed up a lot. Was another big one. We had the Crash Bandicoot Insane trilogy come out, and that's one of the ones I'm really excited about. I'm really eyeballing this one. I might get it.
I've been actually looking forward to this. I never have played any of the Crash Bandicoot games.
Oh yeah, pick it up, man. Like they're fantastic.
I've always wanted to.
Yeah, they play well.
I thought about downloading the classics on the PS3, but who wants to re-download those? The graphics are so ugly.
Yeah, this might be your best. I just called that joke. It always flew over my head. This might be your best chance to do it, though, for real.
I'm still waiting for reviews. I'm almost 100% certain I'm going to get it, but save any glitches or just frame rate issues. Sony's had a few problems with their HD remakes, like the Jack and Daxter collection just being absolute garbage. Right. The PS Vita. But I'm almost 100% certain this will be getting 8s and 9s. And I'll definitely be giving that a shot.
Absolutely. I'm
scooping it up as soon as I get back.
It actually gave me some interest in maybe picking up ukulele.
I would be willing to play that, but at a much lower price.
We'll see. They're it's the same developer, same type of game, so.
Well, it's not the same developer. The developers of ukulele were for people who made Banjo-Kazooie.
I thought, okay, so yeah, that was my mistake. Okay, so yeah, but it's the same type of game as far as the look from it, I think.
I don't know, Crash Bandicoot's, it's not open world.
Right. Is ukulele open? I didn't think ukulele was open world.
No, ukulele is, Crash Bandicoot's not.
Oh, I didn't know ukulele was open world, that's what I was saying.
Oh, it absolutely, it's just like Mario 64 and Banjo-Kazooie.
Oh, okay.
They had it on a PlayStation sale a while back.
That's why I saw it, and then so I was thinking about these old, so you have these old games coming out, like Crash. And, when you see that style of game, I played Banjo-Kazooie and Crash back in the day, and then so I was like, well, why don't I pick up something I've never played? And that was a prime example. I
mean, I loved Banjo-Kazooie back in the day. Unfortunately, Crash just came out at a time where I was getting more into RPGs and darker genres of games, and I was getting out of the colorful, cartoony, mascot platformers.
Yep. And then the final one was, let's see, the Diablo Necromancer DLC pack dropped, and they also dropped a Diablo complete game. So I think it's called the Eternal Pack, if I'm not mistaken. The name, I'm not sure off the top of my head. The Diablo 3, the Eternal Collection. And that has every DLC up to this one, and including the Necromancer. And I think it's $39.95 or $49.99, something like that.
Nice.
Solid price.
And I've been thinking about rebuying it and getting back into it, and I can't see why this would not be the best time to do it.
Don't you? I thought you already had it installed on your PS4.
So I had it and I uninstalled it, but when I uninstalled it, I don't know if I get all the. I think I didn't download a few of the DLCs. So
if you paid for the DLC, it still counts.
Well, I didn't get the whatever it was, the season pass for it or whatever. So I don't know how much the DLCs are.
Oh, it doesn't matter as long as you paid for the DLC. You can re-download it as long as it's still there.
Well, no, that's what I mean. When I had the game, I think I just bought the game, and I didn't buy the season pass or whatever it was.
Oh,
so I think
you didn't buy any DLC.
I may have to download the DLC separate, and if I missed enough to where I can just rebuy everything for $40, we'll see. I'll have to add that up. I'm not sure how it works, to be honest. But other than that, that was the big new releases for this week, and there was a lot going on, but those kind of overshadowed everything with the big releases.
I agree.
Obviously the biggest news is the SNES. That's huge.
I knew it was coming, but man, when I saw that game list,
it blows you away. It blows you away a little bit because you don't expect something that strong.
I just want to build a time machine, go into the future, be disappointed I can't find one, find the nearest person, kill them, and take their SNES and come back to the past and play it.
But it kind of got me the itch to start playing some of these older games, and then
so I've still got my SNES. It still works. Got all my games, and they all still work, but just something about playing them in HDMI.
Yep, something about it. Yep, absolutely. Save it anytime you want to. Throw a nice old school filter on it to make it look nostalgic. Man, you can't beat it. Was that everything, guys?
I think that covers it. I'd like to thank Jeremy for joining us.
Absolutely.
I hope you had a good time.
It was a pleasure, Jeremy.
Oh, yeah, anytime, man. The fans want me back. I'm more than willing.
Hey, we'll be looking for it. I mean, I'm going out of the country for a week, so if you want to join episode 5 with Cam,
it's
by all means.
It.
I think I might just have to substitute.
All right.
Jump
Carmen,
right
let them know
in.
where they can find us at.
Find us on Facebook, Twitter, Patreon, YouTube, SoundCloud, soon to be Stitcher, and we'll keep all this news posted up. Tell us what you thought about the podcast, and like always, stay hella average.
Peace.
Out.